Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Uncovered podcast. I've already said this intro going on 50 times now, and if you don't get it by now,
50?
something like that, I don't know, maybe a few times. If you don't get it by now, get familiar, man. It's the
Yes,
greatest
sir.
podcast in planet Earth, bro. I mean, every single person that we've spoken to, I haven't heard an argument yet. I haven't heard an argument.
No, dead set.
So,
Dead set. I haven't heard an argument yet. It's the greatest podcast on planet Earth, bro. Welcome
yeah,
to
man.
Uncovered, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Nick, the one and only.
And this is Femi right here, man. So we're gonna do something. Obviously we're still in lockdown. Hopefully it's not too long before we can give you some actual content. But yeah, we're still in lockdown right now, so we're gonna make these lockdown really, really short and sweet ones because everybody knows. Yeah, I mean, lockdown ain't ideal. So let's just make this a little bit easier for your quarantine vibes. All my quarantine queens, my quarantine kings. It's for you, man. Come on.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. So, look, we'll get straight into it. Pretty much what I really wanted to come to you guys with today, we released this on a Monday morning to give you guys a little something to think about on the Monday as you guys start your week. Start your week productive, smashing out some new goals, smashing out some new things that you set for yourself. And I think that amongst all the chaos and having our mind in like all places, wanting to do so much, one of the biggest learnings that I've had this week, because what I like to do and what I want to start doing with these lives is just sharing my own journey. I come here obviously with clinical experience as a psychiatric nurse, but it doesn't mean I'm still not learning. And one of the big things that I've learned that I want to share with you guys is the importance of taking time to clear your mind. I think that a lot of the times I found myself doing a lot of things where it's like, I feel like, oh, why am I so overwhelmed? Or why do I feel like there's so much stuff to do? But in reality, my mind's just put with all of distractions and all these tasks that aren't really relevant or conducive to what I want to do. And what I've started doing is that I've just started going for walks and just having those times to just be like, I'm just doing this just to clear my mind, put myself in a much more grounded space, and then come back and attack the goal with full tunnel vision. And I just thought that's so important. And if some of you guys are kind of feeling that kind of overwhelm, maybe that could be like financial stresses, social stresses, and all these other kind of things, that you guys take the opportunity to just put your mind at ease.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think it's especially in a time of uncertainty, we have a lot of guilt associated with taking time to rest and taking time strategically rest as well, not just do nothing. Because I think that that whole kind of what you said is like it's very strategic. It's strategic rejuvenation. Do you know what I mean? It's not just always doing nothing. And I think that we especially in this time as well, we're very very we get very guilty about not working hard when you don't know if you have a job type of thing. You know,
Yeah,
you're trying to build something, you're trying to build a dream, you're trying to build an empire, you're trying to succeed in your career. We get very guilty for, you know, doing stuff that isn't related to that goal. And I think that it's very important that to be able to consistently perform and jet on, you need to jet off, and you need to be having times that you strategically and purposefully relax, man. Give yourself a break. Recharge, bro. Recharge, recharge, recharge. And we hear it all the time, but nobody really does it because it's so easy to speak about, but it's quite difficult to give yourself the opportunity to be able to kind of clear your mind and really, really just recharge and restart. Otherwise, good luck.
exactly, exactly. And I love the guilt, because I think that was something that was big for me. It's like I feel like, like, why do I need to stop and break? Or like, this isn't gonna allow me to perform any better. Like, this is just nonsense. But it's really those intangibles, like we always say, it's those intangible things that you think that isn't gonna work that end up working and being the game changer for you.
Yeah.
So, like for everyone, like even if it's like stress, like even if you're dealing with stress, like I've found that doing things like this is just, it's way better for optimal performance. It just allows you to really shine. And it's that mental work, it's that mental fitness. When a time does come where you are stressed and you put yourself in a, fast paced, pressured environment, with those type of mental work that you've been doing day in, day out, you're going to be able to cope and adjust way better. It's what it is. It's that mental work, baby.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. I think it's also really important to give some strategies as well in terms of how can you actually switch off? Because I feel like even though we're just watching TV, our mind is still racing 100 miles an hour. And I feel
Mm,
like that's something that I struggled with a lot, and I still struggle with to an extent, is
mm,
I've always got something on my mind. So when I'm going to watch a movie or watch TV, I'm still thinking about all that stuff. I still got my phone
yeah,
buzzing and binging and still getting reminded of the fact that I've got heaps of shit to do. So I think that what you got to do is, what really made a difference for me is having really, really kind of like protected time, which means that no matter what happens, certain time periods are blocked off from the world. So you might meditate, you might go for a walk, and you have to strategically be trying to block off those times because it's a muscle. You're teaching yourself to be able to have set times where you can switch off. The first 3, 4, 5, 10 times that you do it, it's not going to work because
yeah,
you're not used to just switching off. So it's really important that you just keep going and keep working on it until you're able to kind of have, okay, look, no matter what, from 3:30 to 4, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to do whatever it is to be able to rejuvenate and really clear my mind and really
mm,
clear my mind, not just not work for half an hour. You know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's strategy one. That's got the new segue that I'm going to introduce
Whoa.
into the podcast. Strategy two. Yeah, man. So, like, I agree.
That's genuinely horrendous, bro.
That, whoa.
Whoa.
uh, nah, but my strategy, what really helped for me, because I find that when I have no clear structure in my day, I'm the type of guy that likes to be like, I know exactly what I'm doing. When I have no structure, I feel like my mind goes everywhere because I don't know what I'm doing. And what I found that really works well for me is when I set one intention for the day, and then second, I actually plan out the day. And that goes with what Femi was saying, like setting out a strategic time to like rejuvenate, because you feel like I'm not missing out of anything by taking time out of this day or taking time out of this moment to just relax. Because I feel like a lot of the times the reason why you feel kind of overwhelmed and tense is because you haven't set that structure in your day. So you feel that if I do this, I'm eating into some other time. But when you've planned it, you know when you're doing it and you've got everything else set out for you, then it just you kind of helps you eradicate and get rid of that guilt. So that's what really helps for me, man. When I plan out a day, I'm focused. I know what I'm doing. I don't have that guilt. I don't have that guilt from taking that time out because like I've planned for it. And I think that you really worded it really well, Ben, when you said it's a strategic thing. Like it's not just I'm being lazy, but it's all part of the strategy. And but that's what's been helping me.
100%. And this is all mental fitness. This isn't just like, this is like you said, this is all stuff to make you be able to operate and function mentally better. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, so this is something that you might be like, oh, I'm not a businessman or whatever it is. It's like whatever area in your life that you're trying to succeed in, you gotta have mental strength, right? So just
Mm,
take these strategies and apply it to your life because I think that they're really, really big game changers. If you're trying to be a mom or you're trying to be a husband and you feel overwhelmed, take this time. Take a time to
mm,
be able to rejuvenate. If you're trying to be a CEO, do this. Take the time. If you're trying to be I don't know what you're trying to be, an athlete, an actor, whatever it is,
mm,
you're just trying to get your job back. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get your job back. You've lost your job. That's still a process. Take your time to really take your mind off that worry, to be able to recharge and give yourself that permission for that space. Because trust me, man, like if you've ever been broke, you know, looking for a job and trying not to be broke, that's a full-time job in itself. Right?
legit.
In terms of the mental stress and the worry, this isn't for people that are like just happy doing nothing. This is for people that like are really trying to get a new job. That's a full-time
Mm,
job itself. You know
mm,
what I mean? You're really stressing about it. So give yourself that opportunity to be able to take some time off, rejuvenate, and approach it in a bit more of a
mm.
grounded and settled way.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Huh?
Not my jacket.
Nigga, shut up. We have this exact same jacket.
Your jacket didn't have the drawstrings, just BTW.
But you fixed it for me when we were in Malawi or something.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why
snap.
it's still a bit uneven though, because it didn't fix perfectly. But yeah,
Right, you just have to do the, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
just
but I know, but it's really tight. So it's like when you do it, it just becomes like really tight because it's just weird. But it doesn't matter. Like
when
it
you're not
worked.
when it's not, you know.
Huh?
Why didn't you just do it when you're not wearing it?
Anyways.
Nah,
Anyways.
but yeah. Anyway, guys.
Yeah. That's it for us anyway. So that's what I want to leave you guys with. And I think that, if you guys take this step and maybe start your week like this, because we're going to release it on a Monday as always, I think it's a good time to start something new. So I would really encourage you guys to add rejuvenation to your routine and as part of your mental fitness, because I'm telling you, you will see the impacts, baby. But you know what it is, bro. That's another episode. So make sure you guys leave a comment, like, share, check it out on YouTube. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy during this quarantine. Hopefully it's going to get lifted soon. I see the government talking about, easing out a little bit on the restrictions. So we're going to be back, baby. This high quality is going to be back, baby. Don't stress. Don't stress. Be back. Follow us at Instagram at NickandFemi. And peace and love.
Whoa.